Good morning and welcome. My name's Sam French. I've been a non-drinker since January 2015, and you can get me on www.freedomalcohol.wordpress.com. It's a lovely morning this morning. It's Tuesday and I'm on my way to work, and you join me in my car. Yes, just for clarity, it is hands-free. No other way will do. And today I feel very tired today, actually. And I was just thinking about that and reading through some articles online about when you give up alcohol. And one of the things which I did read about from somebody else, someone else's blog online, was that they too, in the first few months, felt incredibly tired and also dehydrated. And at the moment, I'm still waking up every morning feeling reasonably dehydrated, which is a part of the healing process, and that's certainly how I've registered it in my mind, is that I am going through a process of healing, and I think that is absolutely true. When I think about the fact that I have drunk on and off for the past 10 to 15 years, actually 3 months in the scheme of things of not having that is a very short amount of time, and my body will definitely be catching up in terms of repairing itself. But I think it's definitely worth keeping an eye on, and if it's something that doesn't go away, I'm going to give it 6 months, and it's still there after 6 months, I might just go and get it checked out, actually. I think that's just a safe thing to do. So I've been listening this morning also to some online videos on positive thinking. You might have heard of The Power of Positive Thinking, which is a famous book online. I forget the chap's name now who published it, but it was one of the first, I believe, that around the power of focusing on the positive side of going about your life, whether through difficulties or whatever. It's I suppose we're conditioned as humans to focus on what we haven't got, what's half empty, and a lot of us are in that cycle. And I believe the more that you do focus on that negative cycle, the more you live it, and the more you live it, the more reality it becomes, and the more difficult it becomes to break the cycle. What has been interesting for me, though, and at the back end of last week I had quite a pressured week, is that actually I have been, and being positive isn't just about ignoring those perhaps slightly negative influences as well. So it's not about ignoring those negative emotions and feelings and realities, but it's about putting a positive spin on them, or a solution to the issue. So just coming back to what I was saying, I have definitely been feeling flatter this week. By that I mean struggling to find positive feelings within myself. So it's just something to be aware of. And at the moment, you find me here on my blog trying to think of a way of changing that mood. I've just got to pull up and get some petrol, which is quite amusing. So I'm just going to log out, and we'll finish this blog very, very shortly. So hello, you join me back here with Sam at Freedom Alcohol, and online www.freedomalcohol.wordpress.com, and you'll be glad to know we've got a nice full tank of fuel and also a refreshing coffee ready for when I get into work today. So I will, just coming back to the positivity vibe and trying to find some positivity within myself, I will put on the website, once I've found how to put up a link, just that link into the Power of Positivity, one of the original videos, books on the power of positive thinking. And I think I was finishing up just a minute ago by saying this isn't, the power of positive thinking is not about just ignoring the challenges in your life and the possible, negative things that you come across, but it's about how you approach them and how you decide to interact, engage with others around you and situations around you. For me, that's about putting a positive spin on it. So an example which I can give at the moment is one of the challenges that I have at the moment. A big topic is a control of pay in my workplace, and it's creating a lot of emotion throughout my workforce and with my colleagues. And actually what's really interesting is that when you're in these environments for a long amount of time, i.e. you're living it on a 5-day week and doing however many hours, 40, 50 hours a week, you can get sucked up and sucked into the emotional aspect and pressure of other people that rub off on you, and that can have a detrimental effect. So what I am trying to do is manage that by providing solutions, by listening carefully to others and trying to understand where they're coming from, but always pushing back with that solution with a focus on what is positive, what has moved forward, what is a solution, how they have contributed positively to the result, even though we're not there with the result yet. It is intrinsic that human beings respond to being recognised for the hard work that they are doing and for the progress. If you don't recognise, in my opinion, that work that's going in, that work and strive towards achieving that end goal will decrease over a period of time, because you are not encouraging it by giving out those positive vibes. Okay guys, this is what you've done, it's great to see that, we've still got a way to go. Here's another solution, have you thought about this? Let's keep going. And when people give off towards you and try and unload their negativity onto you, it's about then saying, okay, well, let's get some clarity on that. What do you mean by that? What are you actually saying? And sometimes, just sometimes, it's okay, and you have the power to do this, it's okay to say, actually, I'm not accepting that. That is overtly negative. And I'm going to walk away from it in a polite way. So you don't just walk off. You say, when you've thought about it, come back to me. I'm not in that place at the moment. And that allows me, and should help you, in terms of being able to come back and be positive about the situation. What is really, really good, and what happened this morning to me, moving on from the subject of positivity, is that where I have felt the slightly more negative feelings during this time of additional pressure at work, where I felt this, I have this morning come out, got ready for work, felt this pressure, and I thought to myself, for the first time, and it's really important for me to record this, for the first time, that pressure I didn't initially associate with, well, I'll need a drink for that later on today. I've actually accepted within myself that this is my life. This is separate from drink. These feelings are the reality of what's going on in my life, and that I want to gain control of my life and what that looks like. So I'm just really pleased about that, and I'm sharing that with you on the blog today, because for me that's a step forward. I'm pleased that I'm recognising that the feelings which I'm having, whilst negative, I'm not directly associating with alcohol. My brain went to a place of I'm a non-drinker, and I can deal with this. The hard part, again, being honest and open, so positivity isn't just about ignoring, it's about coming up with a plan to do that. So for me, the pressures also include the pressure of work, the pressure of time, the pressure of money and managing costs of having a young family, but what I haven't done and what I want to do, and the specific next step of what I'm going to do today to action this is about going away and creating some very simple next steps as to what I'm going to do to progress these areas of, we could call it frustration, annoyance, whatever, and turn them into positives. I hope you have a good day. Please check into the blog. If you've got any questions, just drop me an email, and you can get me on alcoholfreedom@gmail.com. If you need any clarity on what I've been talking about, because this is literally me off the cuff on the way to work. Thank you for listening to my blog. My name's Sam French, and I've been a non-drinker since January 2015.